So how do you draw income from your super fund? After decades of building up your super, there becomes a point where it stops being about contributions and starts being about income. And that's where a super pension comes in. But here's the thing. There are different types of pensions, different rules, and a few traps to watch out for. I'll explain it simply so you can feel confident about turning your super into a retirement income stream when the time comes. Hello and welcome. My name is Melanie Davies. I'm a licensed independent financial advisor. You can find more out about me on the Financial Advisors Register, linked in the description box below. It's important to know that all of my content is general in nature and is considered general advice only. That means it's not specifically tailored for your personal financial situation. So if there's anything that you want to investigate further, always seek an opinion from a qualified financial advisor to make sure that it's appropriate for you and for your financial situation. Also, my financial services guide is available to download from the description box below. So what is a super pension? A super pension is a retirement income stream, and it lets you draw a regular income from your super savings once you retire. The most common is an account-based pension, but there are others I'll touch on later. So with an account-based pension, you choose how much and how often you want to be paid, but there are some rules. First of all, there's a cap on how much you can transfer into retirement phase. That's currently $2 million per person across your accounts. There's no maximum withdrawal limit, but there is a minimum amount that you need to withdraw each year. That's based upon your age, and here's how it works. Your pension payment is calculated using three things: your opening balance at the start of the financial year or when your pension starts, and your age, which determines your minimum drawdown rate. So, for example, if you're 65 to 74, then the rate is 5%. And lastly, the number of days left in the financial year if you start your pension partway through the year. And that last part's important. Your minimum payment gets prorated based upon how many days remain. So, for example, if you start your pension halfway through the year, you don't need to draw the full 5%, just half of that, because only half of the year remains. Okay, so how do you actually start one? Well, you can usually set up a pension with your current super fund or through your SMSF. To be eligible, you need to meet a condition of release, and this is usually retiring after age 60 or automatically at age 65, even if you're still working. Here's a few tips before starting. Consolidate your super accounts first, because you can't add to a pension account once it starts. Compare products and the product disclosure statements because fees and features matter. Most super funds offer pension account products and different investment options similar to their accumulation account products. So contact your super fund and find out their process. Those with a self-managed super fund should contact their accountant and or their financial advisor to facilitate the pension account commencement. Decide your income amount and frequency, and factor in the age pension or any other income streams. Nominate your beneficiaries carefully, especially if you want a reversionary pension for your partner. So do you have to actually take a pension? No, you could just take from your super lump sums as required or leave it in the accumulation phase, but that means missing out on big tax advantages. Once you're over age 60, both the earnings on your pension account and the income that you receive are tax-free, plus all profits from any investments sold within a pension account are completely capital gains tax-free, and that's a huge benefit compared to investments outside of super. So pros and cons. Let's talk benefits and drawbacks. Okay, benefits, which are tax-free earnings and withdrawals after age 60. Flexibility, you choose how much and how often to withdraw. You can take lump sums for bigger expenses while still keeping most of your money invested. Now the drawbacks. Your money isn't guaranteed. Market downturns can hurt, and you're still required to withdraw a minimum amount even in bad years. You also risk your money running out if you withdraw too much or you live longer than expected. That's why having a mix of investments, not too conservative, not too aggressive, really matters. Besides account-based pensions, you might have also heard about a transition to retirement pension, a TTR. This is for people 60 to 65 still working but still wanting some access. Defined benefit pensions, they're usually from older public sector or corporate funds, and they paid a guaranteed income for life. Annuities or lifetime pensions, they're guaranteed income for a set time or life, offering certainty. Reversionary or death benefit pensions, These allow your partner or your dependents to continue receiving an income when you pass away. Some retirees even have a combination of account-based pensions with an annuity for both flexibility and peace of mind. So a super pension isn't just about drawing down on savings, as it's about creating a reliable, tax-effective income in retirement. You could also think about leaving part of your money inside of super, rolling some of it over into an account-based pension, and drawing lump sums from your super fund whenever you needed to. There's a range of benefits from adopting a combination of all of these options, although there may be some potential tax consequences for both you and for your beneficiaries. Managing the combination of a super accumulation account, an account-based pension, an age pension entitlement, if eligible, potential investment earnings outside of super, and irregular lump sum payments can be quite complex. The right choice depends upon your circumstances, and it's worth getting advice before making a move. If you found this helpful, let me know in the comments. Would you prefer flexibility or certainty with your retirement income? Thanks for joining me. I'll see you in the next one.